Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, world. This is a Sosa. This is a Sosa once again. Truth over lies daily. Going through the questions. This is probably back in 2000, late 2018. Um, and it's a question. Ooh, it's a deep one, but we're gonna get right into it. Truth over lies daily. People inbox me questions about God, Jesus, Bible, Christianity, faith, and I just try to answer the questions the best I can. Um, you can check the blog soulspression.com, SOSPRESSION.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, New City Assembly, to see past questions, and you can also message me for new questions. This question, we have a question that's been eating away, but difficult to ask anyone. Now, my answer is no, but what does the word say about fellatio, oral sex? I know a lot of people say the marriage bed is undefiled, taking that to mean what you can do whatever you want in bed because you're married, but what does that really mean? So that's a good question, and people say, of course, the Bible says the marriage bed is undefiled in Hebrews 11, but what I've learned that what I've learned is that if you defile the marriage bed, then it becomes defiled. So it's not like a catch-all phrase. Well, the marriage bed is undefiled. Well, if you defile it, then it becomes defiled. Um, and like you said, I didn't know too much about this subject for a long time. You know, got married in 2008. Um, didn't know any Bible answer about it. Uh, we tried a couple things, but we didn't feel comfortable. Just like you said, your answer is no because it was, you have a conscience that kind of tells you about certain things, but then you don't really understand if the Bible says it or not. And we want to make decisions based on the Bible, not on our feelings. So you want to confirm those things. So I didn't really know how to understand this for a long time until about 2017. I found out about Baal Peor, and the Most High in the scriptures actually talks about Baal Peor. And when you look up Baal Peor, Baal Peor was a demon that actually demanded anal sex, oral sex, emasculation, cross-dressing, all types of shameful, unhealthy, and unnatural forms of sexual perversion. And so that was Baal Peor, right? And God called it an abomination. If you look at Hosea 9:10, it says, I found Israel like grapes in the wilderness. I saw your fathers as the first ripe in the fig tree at her first time. But they went to Baal Peor and separated themselves unto that shame. Shame. Keyword, shame. That's a key word. Circle that one, right? And their abominations according as they love. Abomination. That's another key word. So Baal Peor is identified as shameful and as abominable. And if you listen to your conscience, that's kind of what you feel when you're participating in those types of acts. Baal Peor, the word actually means Lord of the opening. Okay, so basically Lord of the hole. So any hole that you can find, that's what you use, right? Instead of the natural, normal hole. So Baal Peor was worshipped at a temple. It was filled with oral sex, anal sex, cross-dressing, emasculation, homosexuality, and the spirit of perversion. So the Lord of the hole. So you're basically doing whatever the Lord of the hole, finding whatever hole you can use um, to pleasure yourself. So if you look at what actually happened in the scriptures in Numbers 25, there's a prophet named Balaam. He was gifted, but he was not an Israelite. He had a gift from God. He was a prophet. Of course, God gave his gifts to everyone. It wasn't just Israel that knew God at that time. Everybody knew of the Creator, right? So there were gifted people that were not of Israel. And so Balaam, he was a prophet, and there was a wicked king um, near where Israel was setting up their land, and his name was Balak. And so he wanted to hire Balaam to prophesy against Israel. But Balaam's gifts he had a real gift, right? And so he was like, I can only say what the Lord tells me to say, right? Um, and so he couldn't really curse Israel, but he wanted the money that that King Balak was offering him. And so what he ended up doing was using um, his influence to teach Balak how to trip up or get Israel caught up with sexual sin. That way they could destroy them from the inside rather than destroy them from the outside. So he got ended up getting paid um, anyway. Even though he didn't say the wrong thing with his mouth, he ended up um, teaching the wicked king how to seduce the people of Israel. And he did it through Baal Peor. Okay, so this basically shows that spiritual error leads the people of God directly into false worship, which leads them directly into sexual sin. So I have some articles in the comments about this, or in the description about this in the scriptures as well. Numbers 31:16, it says, "Behold, these caused the children of Israel through the counsel of Balaam." Through the counsel of a true prophet can actually give you false counsel. And that's deep right there. A true prophet can give you false counsel because he can say what the word of the Lord is, but actually through his advice and through his example, he's showing you how to do the wrong thing and you get caught up. And that's why pure worship is very important, because if we don't have pure worship, it affects our family life and it affects our fruitfulness. Through the counsel of Balaam to commit trespass against the Lord in the matter of Payor. And there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord. And if you continue in Numbers 21 and beyond to 31, you can see that God ended up actually sending a plague and killing people in Israel. And then there was a man named Phinehas who had to stop it, and he killed somebody that was doing it, and the plague stopped. Okay. And so when I first started teaching this, it was kind of crickets, right? You know, people don't want to say nothing about it. People want to ask people that do say something about it. They're like, you're so super spiritual. You're you're saying things that the Bible does not say, blah blah blah. People talking about it negatively. But it's funny because like about a month after I started teaching this, there was an article that came out. Some scientific research has been done that semen um, is not immune, so it won't kill sperm. They don't want to semen. God designed semen to be not immune, so the sperm wouldn't be killed. So semen actually can carry up to 27 viruses and bacteria. So I have the links to that article here. And then another article came out in the same month, I believe, the same time period after I started teaching about this. It says a healthy vagina has natural immunity, okay? But an anus spreads viruses faster than any other opening in the body. So the vagina is designed to protect the body, but the anus and the mouth cannot protect the body. Okay. And it also talked about how there's an epidemic of oral cancer even among monogamous married men. An epidemic of oral cancer among monogamous married men. Okay, so these people were trying to resist what I was saying, but the Lord confirmed His word with signs following. And those scientific research that was released, a few months after I started teaching about this, were the signs and wonders that confirmed the word. So that's the answer. Baal Peor is definitely an abomination, unnatural before God, and our conscience. Sometimes our conscience can tell us things, that we haven't confirmed yet. But then when we look in the scriptures and we do our studying, we can confirm those things. And so there's lots of things that married couples can enjoy without, being unnatural or unclean or defiling their conscience. And we really need to be delivered from copying off of what we see in the entertainment industry. We need to be delivered from copying off of what we see in our porn. We need to be delivered from the demons of our past and, you know, um, the things that, unfortunately, growing up, people talk about, suck this, suck that, eat this, eat that. The pornography that they push in this culture. We need to be delivered from that and just enjoy the gifts that God has given in purity and wash ourselves clean from that, from uncleanness through His blood. So check out the links that I have in the comments. I have a lot of the explanation about that stuff, and hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully that answers everybody's question that has a question about this. So thanks for tuning in. God bless, and good morning, Amal. Good morning, Champion Church. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. All right. Be blessed.